Hello, my name is Nikki Stone-Houze, and I was born and raised in Durham, North Carolina. So I'm right down the street because I still live here in Durham. I have a great husband, and I have two daughters, Kyla and Brianna. Kyla is 24 and Brianna is 23. They're both in college. Kyla recently graduated from UNCG, and she's now at North Carolina Central University, where she's pursuing a master's in speech language pathology. And Brianna is still at University of Greensboro, where she is pursuing a bachelor's degree in kinesiology. So I'm very proud of the work that they've been doing. Did I say I have a dog named Duke? Yes, I have a dog named Duke, which we all love so very much. But I want to thank you first for this honor. I really appreciate being recognized. My journey started in a very interesting way, as in the beginning stages, I did not plan to be a teacher. Actually, I wanted to be a medical technologist because I loved everything science. So when I was in college, I studied biology, and I loved being in the laboratory. I loved collecting specimens and examining them under the microscope. I just loved everything science at that time. But over the course of years, after having my children and after working in a preschool, something changed in my heart, and I wanted to go a different direction. And I feel that it wasn't something that happened by chance, that it was actually a calling on my life to foster change in the world through young hearts and minds. So I decided to make that change. I made that switch, and I went back to school to pursue an education degree. So after I received my license as an educator, I started working in a Title I school. So around 2015, 2016, I participated in a program, and it was called Duke Early Truancy. I think it was, what was the name of that program? Duke Truancy Prevention Program. I'm sorry. And the initiative at the time was to increase student attendance. And we were doing that by trying to strengthen our relationships with our students and their families. So to build that repertoire, and to build positive relationships between students, families, and teacher, the teachers would make home visits. So I made home visits, and I would also make frequent calls to my families to strengthen our relationship. And let me tell you, those home visits were very, very difficult. They have forever changed my perspective. As an educator, can't get my words out right. Gotta have these braces on, sorry. But it's forever shaped how I see my students and their families. And it's taught me to check my judgments, to be quite honest with you. Some of the things that I saw were just very, very difficult. And I saw firsthand the challenges that many of my students face. For example, many of the homes had thin, cracked walls. They were pest-ridden. A lot of the homes didn't have furniture. So just think, a child that comes to school tired, it could be because they didn't have a bed to sleep on. They didn't get a restful sleep. And in some cases, some of the students didn't have a home at all. So again, it completely changed my perspective. It taught me to see my students in a different light. And that experience, along with many others, shaped my philosophy as an educator. More than anything, I just want to make sure that I am providing a safe and equitable learning environment for my students, challenging them and keeping expectations high, teaching them to develop a growth mindset so they can learn to overcome tough obstacles and overcome their challenges. And, I work really hard also to continue building strong relationships with my students and their families. When students know that they're valued, when there's a deep connection, they want to be in school. So these things are very important to me as an educator. And teaching is not just all about academics. It's about fostering lifelong learning in your students and being a positive force in their lives. So that's the main reason why I became a teacher. And I love what I do. And I am so grateful for it, because I know that I am impacting little lives, but the experiences that I've undergone have impacted me as a person, and it just helps me think about how educators impact the world through the lives of their students in a positive way. So I appreciate what I do, and I'm very, very grateful for it. So thank you very much again for this honor. Thank you for recognizing me. I have never been recognized for anything in my profession, involving my profession. So thank you very much for seeing me. Bye-bye.